think meanwhile we are waiting, we can at least chat a little bit over here, and I'm sure you are all ready for the judging. So, Ryder, how do you feel, Ryder?
I feel kind of good.
Kind of good. Very good to know that.
There's another parent in.
Okay.
There's another parent.
Welcome, Miss Janet. This is Olivia's mother.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Bless you.
Okay, so we will be going live in a while. Oh,
Huh?
okay, we are live already. That's good. Mr. Joshua, I'm also logging in from another device, so please do, yeah. Okay, thank you.
I'll be sending the judging form once again since there's new parents joining in, yeah?
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Simran, for the form. Okay, so I'm sure all of you would have taken breakfast. No?
We have time for that. Okay.
Okay. All right.
A drink,
I'm
I mean, in a sense.
a coffee. Okay. Our students are waiting eagerly. They're excited as well. I just had a meeting with them, and some of them are quite nervous. So let's see how they're doing later. Okay. Right. We are still waiting for some students here. Ryder, Chloe, and Adeline. So we are waiting for team 1. Do we have anyone else joining already, Mr. Joshua? Good. Right, we will start in a while after Adeline and Chloe is here. Okay, let's start this then. Meanwhile, waiting for the participants to join. So a very good morning to all parents and teachers who's able to spend the time with us this lovely morning. Okay, so welcome to all the viewers who are watching us from YouTube as well. Welcome to Wembley Academy's Science Fair, our annual science fair for the year 2021. So since we are going online, this is our very first time that we are going online because of the situation that our country is facing. But nevertheless, it's a very good platform and a very good experience for all the children here, and also a good experience for us teachers here to explore this platform. And we are glad to be able to make it on this day. So we will be starting with group 1, which is consisting of Ryder, Chloe, Alina, and also Adeline. So we are in the midst of waiting for Adeline and Chloe to join us together with Ryder. Ryder is already here. He's super excited. He looks enthusiastic here and he says that he's ready. So Ryder, do you want to say hi to the viewers here?
Hi.
Could you say hi? Wave your hands to the
Hi.
viewers. Say welcome to everyone. He's a bit shy. He was excited just now. So probably he's waiting for his teammates. So let's just wait for them. And in the midst of waiting, so I hope that we will enjoy their experiments. And if you have any questions, do post them up. We'll be able to read them up to the children and also see how well they are prepared to answer your questions. And if you have any comments, you would like to give us a thumbs up, any comments, please do leave that as well in the comment section. We would really appreciate that. Okay, now we have Adeline joining us. Okay. Adeline, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so dear viewers, we have 3 judges, parents, okay, and I'm just going to introduce who these judges are. Okay, we have Miss Chi Pei Ting. Could you please wave to the viewers, Miss Ting? Okay, so that is Miss Ting over there, and then we have Miss Christine. Okay, and after that, we have Miss Janet with us. Okay, so these are the parents. And as for the teachers, judges, we have Miss Jamie. Hi, Miss Jamie. And we have Miss Simran. Okay, and then Miss Geeta. And we have Mr. Joshua. And myself, I am Maureen. Okay, so let's have some fun, relaxing time and watch this kids' excellent performances. All right. Okay, so we are still waiting for Chloe to join us. Okay, in the meantime, Ryder and Adeline, how do you feel waiting for Chloe, waiting for your teammates now? Would you want to answer how do you feel at the moment? Okay. All right, so our very first team is coming in, which is Shanice. Okay, they are from group 17. Their group name is Candle Group. So Ryder and Adeline, they are super excited to be here early. So nevertheless, we will just have them here. Okay. So we are currently waiting for Shanice, Choi Tong, and Melissa to join us. So they are here. Choi Tong and Melissa, they are here. Hi, good morning, Choi Tong and Melissa. How are y'all feeling?
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited.
That's good. Okay, so wish y'all all the best. So, do you know our judges here? So you can see all of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Ooh. Shanice. Okay, so shall we start, everyone? Mr. Joshua, can we have their video? Yes. Okay, so this is group 17, presenting to you about candle.
Hi, I'm Year 8 Shanice and I'm in candle group. For this group, we'll be testing out does white candles burn faster compared to color candles.
I am Melissa from the Candle Group.
I'm Trey Tong, Year 8 from Candles Group.
Hi, my name is Dayan. I'm Year 8 and I am a part of the Candle Group.
Firstly, candles are cylinder or blocks of wax that has to be lit up to produce light as it is burned. We predict that white candles would burn faster than colored candles because there are no coloring and no chemical added.
I prepared candles, matches, and timer for this experiment.
Firstly, prepare 3 white candles and 3 colored candles, same sizes, lighter, timer, and a ruler. Secondly, light up 1 white candle and 1 colored candle on the same time. Thirdly, start the timer as soon as the candle starts to melt. Fourthly, as the candle finishes melting, measure which one is melted more. Lastly, write the results down.
The results of the experiment is the white candle melts.
In the end, colored candles and white candle both have chemical used to dye them, but colored candles tend to have more chemical compared to the white one. This will end up making the colored candle burn slower because it contains more chemical compared to the white candle.
Excellent. That was a good experiment and it was good explanation given. But however, let's hear it from the judges. Okay, dear judges, it's open for Q&A right now. So you can ask the students about how they have done the experiment or any other question that you would like to pose to them. So the floor is open to everyone to ask. So is there any questions? Miss Simran, do you have any questions for this team, Group 17?
Would the color, would different colors also affect the candle from melting? So if you say colored candles, will all colors play the same role?
Yeah, all color, any color.
So if whatever color, that means the question that Miss Simran is asking, like you used it with a pink color candle, correct? So let's say if we change those color candles to probably a yellow or orange colored candle, will the effect still be the same?
It's still the same result.
It will be the same.
Yeah, it will be the same.
Okay, all right. And what do you think of the experiment, dear judges? Miss Ting, do you have any comments, anything that you would like to ask this team?
And nothing, I don't know what I should ask.
Okay, all
Because
right.
these experiments, I decide with Trey Tong.
All right, okay, got it. And what about the other judges,
Morning,
Miss
Raj.
Christine and Ms. Janet.
Good morning, judges.
Good morning, Shengxi. Okay, we are still doing with the first team, so please wait for a while, yeah? Okay, so this is group 17, okay, from the candle group. If there are no more questions,
I'm
and
sorry, I
thank you
do
so
have
much.
question.
Yes, Ms. Sheila.
Okay. Any one of you can answer. Okay, what do you think? I mean, your experiment is about the colored candles and non-colored candles. What about the scented and also unscented? What do you think? Which one would burn fast? Unscented
That's a
and
good
also scented
question.
candle. Thank you so much. So, students, scented or unscented candle, which one burns much more quickly?
I think
It's
scented candles would burn slower because they would have more like the oil inside. Maybe they have chemicals.
They will last longer, is it?
Yeah.
But what if they, I mean, I'm pretty sure they do have like pigments or alcohol for the scented candles. Unscented is basically the white wax. It's solely the wax, but don't you think having the alcohol and also the oil will make it burn faster? I'm just asking. Don't you think so? What if they have flower buds or sprinkles or
yeah, additional
yeah?
particles in it. Yes. So will the effect be the same?
It makes the amount of the wax is much more lesser in the scented candle, if you ask me.
Okay, so I think it will be a good experiment for you to try again. Okay,
That's question
okay,
in
we
the chat
have a
box.
question here. Yes, from Miss Christine. Why they only choose color instead of size and aroma as well? So why did you choose only color? You focused on color instead of the size of the candle, okay, and also the aroma, that means the scent. That is the question that Ms. Sheila asked you as well. So why did you choose to do the experiment only focusing for color? Melissa, Choi Tong, Shanice, anyone can answer it. Why did you decide to go for color only? Did you want to have more focus only on one aspect? Or is it because of the variables that will be changing? What was your reason?
Oh, we wanted to focus on the colored candles because maybe we think that there will be more chemical in the colors one.
Okay, all right, good. I think you would have gotten more insights about what you can actually do with your experiment in future. So there are many variables that you can actually change. Okay, in terms of the size, you can take into consideration of the timing. Okay, so it will definitely affect the result of your experiment. Okay, all right. So if
like to
there's
ask
no
a
more
question.
questions, shall we?
No, I'd like to ask
Yes,
something.
Ms. Geeta.
So I see that they only tested it against one color. Would the experiment be better if you used other colors as well? White against different candles? Because you only tested it against one color, right? So to make it, to give it more clarity, right? Don't you think it
Correct.
would be better if you had also tested it against other colors? Then you can say with certainty, yes, my hypothesis is correct.
Okay, I think that's the similar question that Ms. Simran asked as well.
Yeah.
So I think probably in future they can test the same experiment. They can do the same experiment, but with different variables, as how our Ms. Christine has mentioned here. They can do with different sizes. They can do with different aromas and also different colors probably. Okay, rather than just having two, in future you can actually have more colors. That's all right. Okay, so I think we can close this session for group 17. Okay, thank you very much, Shanice, Choi Tong, and Melissa for joining us today. And we wish you all the best and good luck for the result. So we will announce the results to you soon. Thank you very much for joining us. See y'all. Bye. Okay. Thank you so much, judges. That was very good questions posted to them. Right now, we have Cheng Si on board with us and also Chloe Chok. So they are coming from group 6 and their group name is Volcano Team. So looking at the word volcano itself, I think we can already predict what they're going to do. Yes, Cheng Si, good morning. We are going to play your video now. Hi, Adriel. Yes. Thank you for joining us, Adriel. So we're going to play your video and then we will ask questions later.
I'm still here.
Yes. You can wait.
Hi everyone, my name is Angela. The title volcano. This is 10 ml of sea salt, 100 ml of white water, of warm water, 400 ml of white vinegar, food coloring, soda, and 2 plastic bottles.
Good day everyone. My name is Adriel Tong from Year 4. The title of my experiment is Volcano. The steps for the experiment are as follows. First, combine vinegar, warm water, dish salt, and 2 drops of food coloring into that empty soda bottle. Then use a spoon to mix the baking soda slurry until it is all become liquid. It is eruption time, so pour the baking soda slurry into the soda bottle and step back.
Hi, my name is Lee Cheng Si. I'm 10 years old. Today I'm going to be showing you a science experiment about a volcano. So look, here is a volcano you can make. This is how you make a volcano. First, you need a bottle, any bottle you like. Then next, you need a newspaper to cover it. And if you want to stick it, you don't need to use glue or any tapes. Just use the newspaper and put it on the water. And when you cover it, it will automatically stick it on itself. And once it's dry, but it takes so long to dry, so you need to wait for a few hours. But when it's still not dry, but if you use your paintbrush, you paint, it still works, then you use it. And you can make some outlines like volcano or leak on the floor or grass, villagers, and ponds or beach. It doesn't matter. All you need is a great experiment today. So now let's begin. And now what you have to do is pour the baking soda and next a few drops of this. And next, the food coloring. And the last, vinegar, white vinegar. And it's going to be erupted soon. And it will finish it, huh? Finish it. You have to pour all the vinegar. And that is how you do it. Okay then, bye!
It's white lava.
Hello everyone, my name is Chloe. So today I'm going to talk about the volcano experiment. How does it work? Now after seeing the volcano experiment, Have you ever wondered how it works? Come, let me tell you. A chemical reaction between vinegar and baking soda creates a gas called carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide is the same type of gas used to make carbonations in sodas. What happens if you shake up a soda? The gas gets very excited and tries to spread out. But there is not enough room in the bottle for the gas to spread out. So it leaves through the opening very quickly, causing eruption. That's how it works. Thank you and bye.
Okay, thank you, Group 6. Now, these are the questions that they had, question 1 and so on for the students to answer. But it's a good job, Group 6 from the Volcano team. It was well done. Dear teachers and judges, it's open up for you now to ask any questions to our students. They are all here. So we have Chengzi, we have Chloe Chalk over here. So we also have Adriel. If you would like to ask questions to them, you can post the name and you can directly ask the questions. Any questions? Viewers, do they have any questions?
No.
What about Miss Geeta? Do you have any question for this group?
Okay, what happens if I add more baking soda? Does it change the eruption, Chengzi?
No.
No?
It will be the same, but it erupts more longer.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Chengzi. Any other questions for this team? They actually did pretty well. Okay, we have a question here. How long did you take to spend to do this experiment or to do this project? How long did it take?
3 hours.
Pardon, Chengzi? Could you repeat for me?
Teacher, I done the project by 3 days and 3 hours.
It took you 3 days and 3 hours for you to do this. Wow, that's a long time.
No, teacher,
Probably
3 days.
because
3 days.
3 days.
And 3 hours because
Okay, probably because you
yeah,
had
the first
classes in
I done the
between.
volcano.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, teacher, because when I done the video and I send the video, after that they said wrong, so the volcano have been thrown, and after that I do another one, and another one, and then you call us. Then after that, my mother throw it away, and then after that, I throw it away with my mother, but and then the next one is that you guys still said that is a little bit wrong, so that's why I have to make the volcano again in 3 days. And 2
Okay.
hours.
Of course, because we want you to get the best result out of your project. So that's why probably teachers would have asked you to do some amendments and some corrections. Okay, so for you to do a better project. Okay. Now we are having another question. Okay, Miss Kristen here, she's asking, what is the main thing you have learned from this experiment? So Chloe, would you like to answer, or Adriel? And we also have another question, which I'll pose to you later, but what is the main thing that you have learned from this experiment? Adriel, Chloe, and Chengxi? Would any of you would try to answer this? What did you learn?
The main thing is I learned from this is hard work.
Hard work. Oh, that's so sweet. Correct. Exactly. So for you to be successful, you definitely need to work harder. Correct? Okay. What about Chloe and Adriel? What did you learn from this experiment?
Chemical reaction between an acid.
You learned. Wow, that's good. So you learned about some chemical reactions. Was it fun to watch that?
Yeah. I like this. I like volcanoes, I'm sure. I really, really like it.
Thank you so much, Adriel. Now we have another question from Ms. Singh. The question is, if we add soda at the end, what will it be like?
Does you mean that when we pour soda at the volcano at the end, what will happen, right? You're asking?
Yes. Yes, correct.
It will erupt.
It will erupt. Why does it erupt?
Because doesn't matter if you use different ingredients, like you says you need to use food coloring and baking soda and vinegar. You can it doesn't matter that, because if you put vinegar at the first, food coloring at the last, and then after that put the baking soda at the middle, it will same erupt. It does not change.
So it still gives the same exact result. Thank you so much, Chengxi. Right. Do we have any question from the viewers on YouTube? So how do we create a bigger explosion? Can you answer? So what do we have to do?
I'm not that really sure, but I only got a plan by putting TNT inside.
Okay. All right. So, you know what you could actually do? You have to build a bigger volcano, and perhaps the container that you're using has to be a bigger one, and that's when you will get a bigger explosion.
That could possibility work, but you need a bigger one, like the big bottle. You need the big bottle to make it a bigger explosion.
Yes, correct. So is there anything else that teachers would like to add for the question that the viewers asked? How else can they get a bigger explosion? Because I'm sure the kids will love to do this experiment at home.
What you can do is they can also add vinegar to the baking soda ratio. Yeah.
Correct.
So add vinegar.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Simran. And well done, kids. You have done a good job. And Miss Ding over here says well done. And it's a well done job from me as well. I'm very happy with your experiment and also the way that you have answered the questions. Good job, guys. And definitely we will inform you of the results soon. So now, thank you so much for joining us. And we will have to move on with another participant already.
But first, I just need the YouTube link.
Okay, we will send it to you.
Me too.
Yes, of course. We will send it to you. All right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, then bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. That was good. That was fun, right? Okay.
Bye.
All right. The next one is we are having 5 seconds test, which is from group 20. All right. And our participant here is Nicholas Peng from year 9.
Yeah, good morning, judges and everyone.
Good morning, Nicholas. Glad to have you here. So, Nicholas, we will proceed to play the video of your experiment, and then we will be posting some questions to you at the end of the video.
All right. Hello, my name is Nicholas and I'm from year 9. My group project name is the 5-second rule true? The goal of this experiment is to find out if picking up food from the floor within 5 seconds would still be safe to eat or if it would not. Before I get on to the items needed, there are a few things I need to point out first. The amount of microorganisms depends on how dirty the floor is, how dirty your hand, and the surrounding air. The floor in my house has been mopped around 3 hours ago and my hands were washed half an hour ago. I will also be testing if blowing onto the food will help reduce the amount of bacteria or increase it. Now, the items we would... Okay, good. Now, the items you would need are 4 Petri dishes, 4 pieces of food, you can get it from anything, 4 cotton buds, tape, scissors, a marker, and gloves, which are optional if you are taking the results out. The first step is to place or drop the food onto the floor for a second. Quickly pick it up and swab it. Then, run the cotton swab onto the Petri dish to get the microorganisms onto it. We will do this again 3 more times, and for the last 2, make sure to blow on them before swabbing. Take your marker and label each Petri dish the amount of seconds it took and if it's blown or not. Now tape each Petri dish to make sure it does not leak, or you could seal it in a zip bag or cover it in plastic wrap. Leave it for 2 days to 7 in a dark place to let it cultivate. You could also cover the top of the Petri dish with non-see-through tape to make sure that it cultivates. So, here are the Petri dishes. They're after being left in the dark for 2 days. The first one I'm going to show is the first 1 second non-blown, and then 1 second blown, and then for 6 seconds. So here is the first one. Now here's the other one. And here is the 6 seconds. And this is the blown one. So in conclusion, picking up the food after 5 seconds will have an increase of microorganisms, whilst blowing onto it depends. Thank you for watching.
Okay, thank you so much. That was a good experiment. Okay, so dear judges, parents and teachers, so we have opened the floor for you to ask any questions to Nicholas Peng over here. And so it is with our YouTube viewers. You can also have some questions to be posted and it would be answered by our student here.
Yeah, I'd like to ask one, Nicholas. You didn't wear gloves when you dropped the food and picked it up. So how sure are you that it's the floor and not your hands?
Well, that's because I swabbed the area that was dropped on the floor and not the area on my hands. But yes, hands are also another factor that should be encountered in for when food gets contaminated. But on most people, they would drop the food without gloves or anything to prevent bacteria to spread on food. So I just wanted to make it more realistic results.
I understand, but since you were testing bacteria on the floor and the food, that's why I was just asking why not wear gloves? Because each time you drop and pick it up, you could have touched something else, some other surface, right?
Yeah,
That's
true.
just interested to know. Okay.
Correct. That's a good question, and indeed a good answer as well. I mean, he's connecting it to daily lives, and Miss Gita's question is also a very good question. Okay, because I think when we are testing, we need to take so many things into consideration. That's very good question and a way of good answer as well, Nicholas. Okay, but probably in future, you could do on both sides, wearing gloves and not wearing gloves. After that, you can decide on the results as well. Okay, any more questions? Miss Christine said that's a good question, Miss Gita.
But anyway, Nicholas, I'm impressed with your presentation. I really am. You did it very well and you're very fluent. So good job.
Yeah, good. Yes. Okay, what about any other teachers and parents? Do you have any questions for them, for Nicholas? Okay. Nicholas?
Change the color?
Of the bacteria.
No, because there's different types of bacteria, and each bacteria has their own color due to the way they are developed or evolved into.
Okay, so viewers, I hope you have gotten your answer. Right, any other questions?
Nicholas, what motivated you to do the experiment? To do this experiment?
I guess, well, motivation, I think it came from a weird place. I was just, I think I was watching an old video somewhere, I think on YouTube, where basically just talking about science fair, to be honest. It was very old. I think it was like last year I saw it. And basically one of the experiments they showed was this way of doing for science fair. I was like, probably just do this next time.
Okay, that's good. Anyway, our teachers are saying great answers, Nicholas. You seem to understand your topic very well. So you have mastered the knowledge in what you have done. So that's very good. Doing research and being fully prepared for an experiment, for a presentation is indeed a very important skill that you have developed. So we are glad and we are very happy to see your progress here. Any other questions, teachers? Okay, there's another question. Is there any challenges that you have faced when you did the experiment?
Some.
Would you want to share with us what were the difficulties, what challenges you faced?
I think the main challenge was really just waiting for the results and finding the petri dish with the cultural medium inside it.
Mm-hmm. So how long did it take for you to find the petri dish with the culture inside it?
I think about a quarter of a day around there.
Okay.
No, because
so
I keep usually finding just petri dishes, but I was not able to find the one with cultural medium for quite a long time, and it took a couple of different types of ways to type it in, only to find one.
So you now understand the keywords that you need to put it in when you are searching for certain things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And can I also ask you a question? How long is the result appearing? It means how long did it take for these results to appear?
The one in the video, I would say, to be more exact, would have been an hour and 1 day and 18 hours ish. I still actually have the petri dishes with the bacteria in my room, and it actually has grown a bit extra. I could show it to you if you want.
Yeah, so do you mind showing it to
Yeah,
us? We
sure,
would
why
like
not?
to see the progress, yeah. So just a minute of pause here so that Nicholas can get the Petri dish and show us how
Yeah,
much
before I
it
show
has
it,
grown.
the markers kind of wear off, so I don't really know which is which anymore.
Okay.
So
No, but at
I'm
least you will
guessing
be
these
able
are
to
the
see
1
it.
seconds though.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or if you can see this one.
Wow.
And then there's also the other one, which is probably 6. It's a bit hard to see, my bad.
Okay.
This one hasn't really grown much, but yeah. It has grown much more than the time when I recorded.
There's another question for you, Nicholas. Do you think the results will be different if you place the Petri dishes at a different temperature?
Definitely. Because
Okay.
of the heat and everything, and temperature affects bacterial growth.
Right. So at what temperature? Okay, Miss Sheila has a question. What if you used a different type of food, for example, fruit jelly or ice cream? Will it have the differences as well?
I think fruit jelly might have a different result because it might stick more onto the floor. But as for ice cream, maybe also, but you probably won't get that much bacteria because it's melted on the floor.
Right. Okay. Probably you can try further with this experiment. Okay. Definitely, it's a very impressive work. So here they have stated, keep it up with the excellent work. So you have more ideas, more questions were posted to you. So I believe in future you can actually share this with your friends on how can they do it with different food. Okay, and also when Miss Gita shared with you wearing glove and without wearing gloves, you have so many insights about this experiment. So I hope you will keep up with whatever work that you have been doing and you will improve further. All right, so we wish you all the best and we will come out with the results soon. All right, thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us today, Nicholas.
Yes, thank you, everyone and judges.
Bye bye. Okay, next on board. Thank you so much, dear judges. That's very good. I'm seeing a lot of questions and it's going active over here. So that's wonderful. All right, so do we have Alina, Adeline, Chloe, and Ryder? All right, we have Adeline with us. We have Ryder. Okay, and Chloe. Is Chloe here? Okay, now it's their turn. These groups will be presenting about senses. They are from group 1. Okay, so we are having Adeline, Chloe, and Ryder. We will be showing them the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Elena. We have 5 senses. Eye is a sense of sight. It helps us to learn about our environment. Eyes help us to see bright light or dim light, but we cannot see anything without eyes. Eyes help us to see different colors and shapes. Rose is red in color. Bottle is cylinder in shape. Birthday cap is cone in shape. Braille is a system that helps blind people to read and write through touch. Thank you.
I'm Adeline from Year 1. Today I'm going to present about smell. Smell is the sense by which people take in set through their nose or a pleasant or an unpleasant smell. The act of sensing or giving of an odor. Example, of a pleasant smell from shampoo. This is the shampoo. An example of unpleasant smell, dirty towels. Smell is very for survival of most humans and animals as it allows them to track food, water, and even communicate. Thank you. Hearing is only an important component of listening. The key steps for listening are hearing, attending, and receiving. Listening is the act of hearing a sound and understanding what you hear. Loud noise can impair your hearing, for example. Loud sound has a high volume while soft sound has a low volume. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today I want to present part of body about head. The eye is our organ of vision. Our nose is for smell. Air comes to the body through the nose. How about mouth? The two functions of the mouth are eating and speaking. Part of the mouth, lips, teeth, tongue, and gum. The ear is the organ of hearing and balance. The brain is a complex organ that controls memory, emotion. We use it for thinking. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Ryder. Today I want to talk about our body. This is our neck. Here is our chest. Here is also our lungs. Here is our stomach and our waist. Now let me talk about our heart. The heart muscle is special because of what it does. The heart sends blood all over our body. The blood provides our body with oxygen and nutrients. Our lung is in our chest and it is so big. They take up most of the space in there. We have two lungs, but they are not the same size. The lungs of the left side are smaller than the right side. Our lung is protected by our rib cage, which is made out of 12 sets of ribs. And lastly, about the stomach. The stomach main job are store and break down the food we eat. It's all about our body.
Okay, that was a good experiment by our little juniors. Okay, these are from year 1. And dear Chloe, Ryder, and also Adeline. Okay, are you ready for question and answer session right now? So dear teachers and judges, you can pose the questions to them, and so it is with the viewers. Yep. Okay, we have a question here. Flashing from Miss Ting. Flashing thunder. So will you be able to see it first or hear it first? If it is a flashing thunder, do you see first or hear first?
Hear first.
Hear first? Why do you hear first? Why do you think you hear first? Is that the right answer? Dear teachers?
It is supposed to be if you see the lightning first before you hear the thunder.
Correct. And why is it so, Miss Imran? Do you want to explain to them so that they at least will learn?
Because light travels much faster than sound.
Okay, did you hear that? Okay, so you will be able to see it first because light travels much faster than the sound. Okay, so maybe next time you can answer it correctly. All right, that's good. Right, anyone else? Is there any other questions?
No.
No, I'm asking from the judges and the teachers.
Okay, can I ask why the left lung is smaller than the right one?
Ryder, do you want to answer this question? Why is the question that Miss Gita is asking?
Because you told me just now, because you told me that the left lung is smaller than the right. So I'm just interested to know.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I just learned about that. I don't know why.
But you learned something good, so that's good. At least you know that one side of the lung is smaller, so that's a good fact.
Yeah.
So, teachers, do you want to explain why one side of the lung is smaller so that our kids here, they will know what's the answer?
So the right lung is smaller because the liver sits there. So that's why it's stuck under the rib cage. So that's why.
Okay, did you hear the answer, Ryder?
Yes.
And Adeline and also Chloe. So I hope after this, if anyone is asking you about these questions, you will be able to answer these questions correctly. All right. So okay. All right. So is there anything else, teachers and also judges?
No.
So if there's none.
Let me ask Adeline a question.
Yes, Adeline, you have a question from Miss Sheila.
So Adeline, out of all the senses or out of all the 5 senses, which one is your favorite? Or do you find it most important?
Oh, that's the same question that Miss Christine is also asking. Which organs are most important to us?
I asked senses first. Senses
and,
or
Miss
organs?
Sheila is asking senses of organs. So Adeline, which one?
Sight.
Same. Why?
Why sight is important?
What does the sense of sight help you do, Adeline?
To see.
Yes, you get to see your
And what do you get to
friends. You get to see everything in daily life.
See? So that's why it's very important. Okay, without having eyes, without having the sight, how are you going to walk? How are you going to do the things that you are doing currently? Okay. All right. And Miss Christine asked, which organs are most important for us? Chloe or Ryder, do you want to answer this question? And if Adeline, you can also try. Which organ? Do you want to try? No? Teachers, you all can prompt them. Kind of like give a hint and see if they can try to think and come up with an answer, probably.
Ryder? Ryder, are you there?
Ryder?
Yep.
So which
Turn on your camera.
which organ is important? What do you think? Which organ is important?
You did some pretty good presentation. So which organ do you think is important?
From few of what you've mentioned. Okay, why the heart? You say it's the heart.
Heart pumps blood around our body.
Correct. See? Okay, well done, Ryder. Good job. Okay. Very good. That's excellent job. All right, so our kids just needs us to give them a push and give them a little bit of hint, and that's the way that kids learn, and they will be able to recall. So always do not give up on them. Give them the time and let them think. All right. So good job, team. So that was a wonderful experiment that we have watched with you today. And thank you so much for being here, Ryder, Chloe, and Adelaide. Though Alina cannot be with us today, but we are glad the three of you made it, and we are very happy to have you here. So thank you so much, and you can actually wait for the results, and we will see you soon with the results. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye. Okay, up next, we are actually having, we are having group 14. Group 14 is coming out with hydrophobic hot cocoa, and we are having Leon, Zumin, and Melissa Man upcoming for the presentation. So do we have them over here? Hi girls, could you please turn on your camera so that we can see you? Yes. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we will be playing your video, and we will move on with the Q&A session after the video ends, yeah?
Morning everyone, we are from year 7. Our group members are Leon, Melissa and Zimin.
For our group experiment, you need to prepare a cup that contains milk or water. Then, take a spoon and a toothpick and some cocoa powder. Good morning ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today, we will show you an experiment called cocoa powder hydrophobic. Cocoa powder is hydrophobic. The starch molecules inside of the powder quickly absorb water, but only on the outside of spoonful of powder. At the same time, hydrophobic fat molecules are blocking water from passing through any holes in the starches. By poking the outer layer with a toothpick, you are essentially breaking the outer layer of liquid, similar to popping a balloon. If you dip cocoa powder in milk, it will float up. This is because it repels water and attracts air. This causes for the cocoa powder to form a bubble of air around itself while being dipped in the milk. Cocoa powder is a slight reference as lycopodium powder. If you put the powder on top of water and dip your finger in, your finger won't get wet because it is protected by the lycopodium powder. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation over there. And team, okay, Zumin, Melissa, and also Leon, are you ready for the Q&A session? So judges and teachers, you can pose the questions to them, and let's see how well they have prepared for their experiment. So we are waiting for some questions. Is there any questions on YouTube?
Okay, I just want to ask, I love to drink hot cocoa, but if it's hydrophobic, then how do I get a good cup? Because it repels water, right? So they just said it's hydrophobic. So how do I get a good cup then?
Anyone ready to answer the question? Melissa, Leon, or Zumi? I think you need to unmute to speak. Anyone?
I think it's because the water is hot enough to separate the particles.
Mm-hmm. Did she answer your question, Miss Gita?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Okay. Any other questions? Miss Dashla, do you have any questions for them? I think maybe. Okay, there's a question here from Miss Christine over here. What have you learned from this experiment that can be useful in future? So what did this experiment taught you that is relevant for you in your future, that you can apply and it's applicable probably in your daily lives? Could be something related.
Knowing more other of like hydrophobic stuff like Lycopodium.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's also another question, right? I think for the question that Miss Christine posted, Leon has answered it. Okay, she knows more about Lycopodium powders and those things. And Miss Sheila has a question over here as well. What if I used hot milk? Does the fat molecules inside cocoa powder repel the hot milk? So, do you have an answer to this?
Not really.
Not really. So, Miss Sheila, would you want to give them an insight about this? If you use hot milk, what will happen?
I think actually one of them earlier said if you heat it up, right? I remember when I asked, how do I get it?
I think it sounds like the question for the hot chocolate question just now.
Yeah.
If it is hot, definitely it will be able to, the fat molecules will be able to dissolve.
Yeah. So see, students, you've actually answered the question a bit earlier. You just forgot.
Yes. Okay. So it's just that the questions are worded differently, but the concept is the same. All right. So it's important for you to read the questions and then answer the question based on what you have done, because it's just the wording that has changed. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, students. Is there anything else? Teachers, is there any other comments or questions? As for me,
just thank you for teaching me how to make a good cup. Yes.
Can I put a question?
Okay, we can ask them to do so. They can teach us later. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you so much, dear Melissa, Leon, and also Zumin. Thank you for joining us.
No, I
And
think Miss
that was
Jamie
very
has a
good.
question.
Oh, Miss Jamie, she has a question. Hold on for a moment.
Yes, can everyone hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, anyone can answer. Can I get the same result with another powder? For example, if I'm not using cocoa powder, for example, if I use coffee powder, would I get the same result?
Okay, that's a nice question.
No.
Why? Why won't we get
Why
the
no?
same?
Yes, why can't I get the same result?
The starch molecules between coffee and cocoa powder are different. The starch molecules inside of the cocoa powder quickly absorb water, but only on the outside of the spoonful of powder.
Okay, good try. Okay, actually, cocoa powder has higher fat content than coffee powder. It has 10 to 12%. That's why it is more non-soluble in liquid compared to coffee powder. Coffee powder has less fat content. Okay, good try.
Hey, good job anyway, girls. Okay, and I believe that you have learned something new as well from Miss Jamie. All right, so there's always room for improvement and space for learning. Okay, all right. So thank you so much, dear judges and students. Okay, we will announce the results, and that was a good attempt. Okay, from Emily Academy, they have said that it's a good attempt, everyone. I'll see y'all with the results soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye, group.
Thank you,
And we will
judges.
move on.
Thank you, judges.
Okay, and we will move on with the next team that's waiting for us. Okay, this is hydrogen balloon, which is group 12, and we are having Hima, Nicholas, Ning with us, and Olivia as well. Okay, so these are the three students who are in this group. Shall we see the video? Hi, Hima, Nicholas, and Olivia.
Hi guys, my name is Nicholas Ling. Today I'm going to share our science fair project. My group members are Himalini and Olivia. We are from year 6. The name of our science fair project is hydrogen balloon. So the things needed is aluminium foil, caustic soda, balloon and a bottle of water.
Firstly, we have to roll some aluminum foil as much as we can. Then put it in a bottle. When we're done with that, we take a balloon. We fill it with caustic soda. But we must be careful not to touch the caustic soda because it's very chemical. So wear a glove.
Balloon above the bottle, but make sure to take off the bottle lock. Firstly, we have to pour the caustic soda which is in the balloon into the bottle. Secondly, we have to wait until it gets bigger, but be careful. The bottle might be too hot to touch because the water inside the bottle is boiling. After a couple of minutes, we will notice that the water will change to black color. And we have to wait until the balloon gets bigger. So after the balloon gets bigger, we have to use a cloth to hold the balloon off the lid. Then tie it with thread tightly. After we are done, we can fully take the balloon off.
Last but not least, we must mix the caustic soda and aluminum foil, and it will release, of course, hydrogen gas. That is a wonderful result. It was a successful result.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. That was indeed a very good experiment. Now the floor is open for some Q&A questions. And by the way, this group mentioned to me that they have some fun, interesting facts that they would like to share. So Hima, would you like to share the facts before they proceed to ask some questions? Hima, are you ready? Hima? Are you ready then?
Yes. Yes.
Hi, we are
Yes,
from
you can.
year 6.
And group 12, our group's name is The Power.
Today our group has been chosen
For the finalists as we are so
happy to present our experiment here today.
sculpture.
Balloon artists are entertainers who twist and tie inflated tubular balloons into sculptures such as animals, sea balloon modeling.
The balloons used for sculpture are made of extra stretchy rubber so that they can be twisted and tied without bursting.
Extra facts part 1.
Hydrogen burns and can be ignited by open flame and static electricity.
Why hydrogen and not helium?
Hydrogen is much more cheaper than helium.
You can make hydrogen very easily and hydrogen can float much more than helium. Extra facts part 2.
We can also use either drain cleaner or aluminium foil.
But the drain cleaner is acid. When we see the aluminium foil, it's not acid.
Is there any more left?
No.
Okay, that's all. So we have a question for you here from Miss Ding. She asked, how long can the hydrogen balloon float in the air? So did you take a result of how long it floated in the air?
About 1 hour.
About an hour. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Teachers, it's and judges, it's open for Q&A, so you can keep posting your questions. You can ask them anything that is relevant to our experiment, of course.
So I just want to ask, anyone can answer from the group. So since if I were to have a party, let's say next week, do you think I can actually get myself some hydrogen balloons at home? Do you think that's wise? I mean, instead of getting helium balloons, right? Do you think it's wise or it's a good idea if I were to create my own hydrogen balloons at home? Or let's say, do you think it's safe if I were to create hydrogen balloons for my party at home?
So do you have, I mean, you can try.
Yeah, just asking because you said helium is more expensive, balloons. So I was thinking, why not I create my own hydrogen balloons at home? Do you think that's good? A good idea? Do you think that's a safe idea if I were to do that?
Yes.
I can. So it's not dangerous. What about the caustic soda? Should I be careful with that?
Yes.
So yes, he's like, do you think I should get myself hydrogen balloons or should I just go and buy some balloons just to be on the safe side?
Because you mentioned that we have to
do
be careful.
our own balloons.
Do your own balloons?
Okay.
Is it
my
the
own
hydrogen
balloons.
balloon?
Yes.
Okay, so there are two answers. One said, yes, I can do it. So do I any precautions I need to take? Because I remember Olivia saying I should treat the soda carefully with gloves. Right? So perhaps that's a precaution I ought to take.
Because caustic soda is chemical.
Correct. Yes. So I was asking, should I create my own hydrogen balloons at home? And I think there's another fact also that hydrogen can be pretty dangerous because, right, the gas itself, right, then suddenly my balloons may pop.
True. Yes.
Correct. Yes.
All right. Okay, and we have also another question from Emily Academy. Can I replace aluminium with other metals to get hydrogen gas? Do you want me to repeat the question? Can we replace aluminium with other metals to get hydrogen gas?
We can use drain cleaner instead of aluminium. Because drain cleaner also produce the hydrogen gas.
All right. Okay. Good try. Okay. So will it be the same? Do you think you will get the same result when you do it at a different temperature or different weather? Will it affect?
Yes.
You will still get the same result?
Yes.
Mr. Joshua, would you want to explain? Okay, that's also another question that's coming in. What is the name given to the reaction that releases heat? I repeat the question. What is the name given to the reaction that releases heat? Teachers, do you want to like prompt them? They're still primary, so they're still learning. Okay, Hima answers it's carbon dioxide. Probably senior students who are online with us, could you try? To give, what is the name that is given to the reaction that releases heat? It's known as exothermic. Okay, Olivia, excellent job. That's a very good answer. Okay, okay, that was really good that you all tried to answer the questions and you were still positive in keeping up to all the questions that were posted to you. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, Hima, Nicholas, and Olivia. We will see you with the results soon. And now we are having our senior students here. We are going to look at 4J's Jack Brothers group. This is group 30. And well done to Hima, Nicholas, and Olivia. Thank you so much for joining us. That's a good job from Emily Academy. That's the comment. All right, and from 4J's Jack Brothers, we are having group 30. And Justin Jelly.
I'm Jackie from Jack's Brother. The items we need in this experiment is salt, to increase the conductivity of the water, vinegar, to neutralize the solvent in the end of the experiment, water, 1 beaker, 2 spoons, 1 battery, goggles and gloves for safety precautions.
Hi, I'm Justin from 4J's Jack Brother.
As for the procedure, prepare the ideal ratio of 200 ml water and 22 grams of salt into the beaker. Stir the solution until the salt dissolves fully in water. Then, take 2 spoons and submerge it into the water and make sure that both spoons are not in contact with each other. Take the battery and press the battery terminal against the spoon and make sure one terminal touches one spoon only. For the hypothesis, hydrogen and chlorine gas could escape through the air. Lye and oxide will be seen as a precipitate.
What can we observe from this experiment is bubbles which fill with hydrogen and chlorine gases form on the spoons. And as you can see, the longer the reaction continues, water will turn from a clear color to yellow and then to green and brown. How to clean it after experiment? Once done with the experiment, disconnect the battery from the end of the spoons, then remove spoons from the liquid solution and wash the spoons with soap and water. Since light is produced in this reaction and light is a strong base, we're going to have to neutralize the solution before we can dispose of it. Pour vinegar into the solution and it will bring the pH value down to neutral level, which is safe for disposal. Turn your water in the sink and let it run for a few seconds. Pour your solution directly down the drain of the sink.
In the conclusion, hydrogen should be produced at the cathode and oxygen at the anode from the electrolysis of water.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, all right, that was a good experiment. All right, dear parents and judges, we are open for question and answer session right now. And YouTube viewers, you can also post some questions to ask to our students over here. Okay, there's a question from Wembley Academy over here. Can you tell me the chemical name for vinegar? Anyone can answer this?
Is it ethanoic acid? Yeah, ethanoic acid.
Ethanoic acid. Is that the right answer? Ethanoic acid. Okay, so it's ETHANOIC. Okay, ethanoic acid. Thank you very much for the answer. All right. Is there any other questions that you would like to ask the students? Okay, there's one more question that's coming in. Name a method to collect the gas. Jelly, Jackie? Jelly says it's a fractional distillation. So wrong answer. Do you want to try again? Keep trying. I'm sure you can know. It's downward. Try. Your teachers are giving you hints. Keep trying. Name a method to collect the gas. Probably we can help them with more clues. Displacement. All right, any other questions? Mm.
They will be damaging the pipe because after we finish the experiment, like the solution is very toxic and stone alkali. So if we directly pour into the sink, they will be damaging the pipe or something. Yes.
So we had to add vinegar to neutralize the pH. After the experiment, the pH of the solution is like 14. Then after we add vinegar, then we neutralize the solution, it becomes 7. So it's very safety to pour inside to the sink.
All right. Thank you for that answer. If it damages, if I may ask the question, if it damages, in what way would it be? Like, will it make a hole or something? Will it be an immediate effect to the pipes? Or it will take some time for the damages to occur?
Take some time to damage the pipe.
Okay. Right. They're just asking, maybe if the viewers have some question, if you pour it immediately, will it have holes straight away, or will it take some time? So that is something that we can explain to them. And Miss Sheila is asking here, how confident were you when you performed the experiment, since it involved chemicals? So how was your confidence level?
Not really confident.
Why? Was it because you were not in the lab and probably you had to do this at home? Was it so? Or
because I'm inside in my room, and then I scared the gases will when I inhale the gases, will damage my nose or something.
Okay. So there's another question that's coming in as well. How many times did you attempt before you get the good results?
One.
Only once. Wow,
yes, one time.
That's great. That's great. That means it shows that you have pretty good skills and it's awesome. Okay, Wembley Academy says it's awesome. And great answers, okay, given for the questions posted just now. It shows how much you have prepared for this experiment. We know it was tough for the kids who were doing the experiment from home, but nevertheless, all of y'all pulled out very well. Okay, so all right, thank you so much for this team. Is there any other question, judges? Miss Christine, Miss Ting, and Miss Jenna, do you have any questions to ask? Okay, Miss Christine has a question here. Why do you choose this experiment? What do you want to do you want us to learn from your experiment? Is there anything as a viewer, what can we learn from your experiment?
I mean, I want to show something interesting to the viewer or judges. Like, let them learn something new from the daily life. Because it's kind of rare to see this kind of experiment. So I just want to show something to you all.
Okay, thank you. But I think I definitely learned something good. I mean, I was emphasizing this to my students. I said, any experiment that you're doing, make sure whatever it is, you need to dispose it safely. So that's something that I learned from your experiment. Okay, there's always a way for us to dispose things in a proper way and safely to the environment so that the environment is not affected as well. All right. And there's also another question that's coming in from MBA Academy. Is there any other types of precautions that you take apart from wearing gloves? So what are the other kinds of precautions that you took?
Actually, I should wear goggles also.
Oh, you wore the goggles as well?
Yeah.
Why did you wear
the goggles? Because, my glasses.
Okay. Okay. And we have a question here from Miss Jamie. She's asking whether can this experiment be done in a larger scale? Example used in the industry. Can you give us some examples that any of these industries are using? Yeah.
Any industry? This one, I'm not really sure.
Oh. So do you think this experiment can be done in a larger scale?
Yes, you can.
It can.
Mm.
So if you say it can be done in a larger scale, probably you can give some examples of factories that are using this or products that are being manufactured or something.
I'm not really sure. Yes.
Miss Jimmy, would you like to give your insights about this?
Okay, some countries are looking into electrolyzing salt water to collect hydrogen. Hydrogen is used in most industries like food manufacturing use hydrogen, refinery use hydrogen to refine petroleum, metal works. So most industry use hydrogen to begin with. So yes, it can be done in a larger scale. Some countries are looking into electrolyzing salt water to get hydrogen now.
Okay, now you see the
Thank you,
importance
Miss
of this.
Jamie.
All right. Welcome, Junwei. All right. I believe this experiment has actually shown you a better way of doing certain things, and also how it can be done in a larger scale and what other countries are actually doing with it. Actually, it's indeed a very good experiment. So it's a well done job, guys. Good job from Wembley Academy. So we are very glad that these boys came up with this experiment, and I've learned a lot from this. Okay, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to keep learning. All right, thank you, boys, and I will see you all soon with the results.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss Marlene. Thank you, judges.
You're most welcome. All right, and we are going down to the final contestant for today, which is Lee Kwangza. Okay, he's coming from group 35, and his topic is about DNA extraction. Kwangza, good morning.
Good morning, judges. Good morning, Miss Maureen.
Thank you. Good morning. Okay, we will be playing for you your video, and then after that, we will go into our Q&A session. Right? Videos, please.
Hi, I am Kyle Lee Kwangze from year 11. Today I will be conducting an experiment on how to extract my DNA from my saliva. The apparatus we need is a large spoon, one small spoon, and a tablespoon, a large tall glass, a measuring cup, and 2 small glasses. The material we need is 500 milliliters water, 70% concentrated of isopropyl alcohol, table salt is also known as sodium chloride, dishwashing liquid, and green color food coloring. We will now start the experiment. Firstly, we shall measure 500 milliliters of water using the measuring cup. The measuring cup is rated at 250 milliliters max, so I will measure it twice. Now I will add 1 tablespoon of salt to the 500 milliliters of water. It is important to stir the solution thoroughly until all the salt dissolves. Now, as you can see, the salt has completely dissolved. Now, I will measure 50 milliliters of the salt solution and insert it into the small cup. Here is 50 milliliters of salt solution. I will now use a stopwatch and I will gargle this salt solution in my mouth for 1 minute. Now, This is the salt solution that contains cheek cells from my mouth. I will then proceed to add 2 drops of dishwashing liquid to the gargled salt water, and I will stir it with a small spoon slowly to prevent bubbles forming. We shall set this aside for now. Now, in a new cup, I shall measure 100 milliliters of isopropyl alcohol, which is also known as rubbing alcohol. One bottle is 60 milliliters. So as you can see, on the side of the bottle, there are markings. For each bottle is 60 ml on the side. Please take note that the isopropyl alcohol needs to be ice cold. Due to the nature of the isopropyl alcohol that I have is clear, I will need to add 2 drops of food coloring to the isopropyl alcohol. Here I have another spoon to mix the food coloring with the isopropyl alcohol thoroughly. Why did I choose a darker color food coloring? This is because a darker food color will allow the DNA to be more clearer. I will now pour the salt solution into a large glass. Then, by tilting the glass, I will insert the isopropyl alcohol slowly so that it floats on top of the salt solution. And now we wait for approximately 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, as you can see, the DNA is floating in the middle of the isopropyl alcohol. And thus, we conclude today's experiment. Thank you.
Okay, that was quite an interesting experiment over there. Okay, all right, dear judges, we are open for Q&A session, so you can ask any questions to Kwangza. Well, if you don't mind, Kwangza, I just have one question. Meanwhile, waiting for the questions from the judges, probably I can just ask you this question. Why do you have to tilt your glass when you wanted to mix the, you had the glass of water where you had salt and with the one with the food coloring, why do you have to tilt it?
Okay, see, if I hold the glass upright and then I pour in the isopropyl alcohol, due to the gravity of the isopropyl alcohol rushing into the cup, it will mix with the salt solution, which is what I do not want to happen. I want the isopropyl alcohol to float on top of the salt solution so that the DNA can float in the middle of the isopropyl alcohol.
Okay. So if I were to just pour it like the way we used to pour as usual, that means the DNA will not pop out, will not be visible?
Yeah, the experiment will not conclude successfully.
Okay, there are some questions coming in already. That's good. Miss Jamie has a question here. Is there any other substitute to isopropyl alcohol?
Yes, you can also substitute isopropyl alcohol with ethanoic alcohol.
Okay, that's good. Okay, and Miss Sheila has a question here. How many times did you attempt before you get the best result?
I had to attempt this twice. First time because I did like how you asked just now. I poured the isopropyl alcohol directly into the cup without tilting the cup. thus resulting in the salt solution and the isopropyl alcohol mixing together.
Ah, okay. All right. So there is a specific way that you need to conduct the experiment.
Yes.
Yeah. Judges, do you have any question?
What do I want to learn more from the experiment?
Okay, Miss Simran's question. Yeah. She's asking you, what do you want to learn more from this experiment?
For me, what I learned from this experiment was human beings and every type of living creature has a different type of DNA sequence. So through this experiment, I am able to learn that different plants, animals, and humans, everyone has a different DNA structure and shape.
Okay, that's good. Okay, any more questions for Kwangza to answer? I think in general it was an awesome experiment. I
Thank you.
really liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you explained it very well. So, it's that there were no gaps that we needed to fill in. So maybe that's why there's not a
Alright,
lot of
thank you.
questions
Thank you.
here.
True, and
Well
Miss
explained.
Dakla says it's very well explained as well. Good. And there's a question coming in. Is the same method can be used to extract DNA from other things, for example, like fruit?
Yes,
So
you
can
can
we
use the same method to extract DNA from, like for example, a strawberry. But before you extract the DNA from a strawberry, you have to mush the strawberry up so that the cell structure of the strawberry can be broken down before you extract the DNA inside of it using the salt solution.
All right. So do we do this with all the other fruits as well? And that's an awesome answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And Miss Gita is asking, why add salt?
The salt solution is used to break down all the remaining cell membranes of the test subject that we are going to be testing. Like for example, strawberry. So a strawberry is a plant cell, so it has a cell wall and a cell membrane. The cell wall can be physically crushed by us using something to mash it up, but on to a very molecular level, the strawberry still has cell membrane. So the salt solution function is to break down the cell membrane, exposing the DNA of the strawberry.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer. Right. And there's one more question from Miss Jamie. What is the function of the dishwashing soap? Can we use any other soap instead? Actually, I was thinking about this as well, Miss Jamie. Thank you for bringing this up.
Dishwashing soap will break down the membrane proteins of the DNA of the fruit or the test subject by partitioning into the membrane bilayer through a process called lysis, which causes the DNA to be fully exposed. I am not sure if you can use any other soap instead, as I have not experimented with any other soap.
All right. Okay. But by the way, thank you for the explanation. Miss Jamie says it's correct. All right. And we also have another question from Miss Christine over here. What is the science behind DNA?
What is the science behind DNA? DNA, if I were to take a prediction or a guess, it should be microbiology. Yeah.
Right.
Science behind, yeah. If you
Okay,
are
thank
looking into
you
that
so
field.
Thank you so much, Kwangza. I mean, it's a very well done job that you have done over there with your experiment. And even today, you have proved to us that you really have the knowledge behind what you have done. And we are very glad to see all your answers here. And thank you so much for participating. So teachers and parents, judges, we are very glad to have you on board. And Kwangza, thank you so much for joining us today. And with that, we will be ending the science fair for the year 2021, okay, which this is our very first time that we are going online with live. And thank you so much, viewers, for staying back and putting up with us and also participating and asking questions. Thank you so much for all your love and your support. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, teachers. Thank you, judges.
You're most welcome, Kongsa.
Well done.
All right, thank you, everyone. So I think that is a call out for our very first virtual science fair, Wembley Academy's Virtual Science Fair 2021. So we are very glad that it ended well. Okay, and thank you so much for all your participation. Thank you for staying back, though it has been a long time already. Okay, have a great weekend, and we will come out soon with the results. And parents, please do not forget to submit all the forms that we have sent to you, that Ms. Simran has sent to you. Okay, all right, good job, teachers, and thank you very much once again for all the cooperation. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you for organizing it.
Have a
You're
good
most
weekend.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.